If it take all night long, one more time. Come on and let the good time roll. Hey, we gon' stay until we soothe our souls. If it take all night long. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video, y'all. It's Friday. Y'all know what time it is. It is Flashback Friday. As you can see, I came in with Sam Cooke's Good Times. Sam Cooke is my favorite male singer of all time, thanks to my grandfather. And this video will be about Sam Cooke and his two important live albums, live at the Harlem Square Club and live at the Copa Cabana. I'm going to be talking about these albums in depth, but let me put some kind of chill music so I can talk to y'all. Alrighty, here we go. That Good Times did sound good though, but here we go. Send me, I know you. Send me, honest you do, honest you do, honest you do. Whoa, whoa, woo! I could sing him all day, y'all, all day if you let me. But now I came up with this Flashback Friday video because I've seen this topic on Twitter, back and forth, because people on Twitter always say that their best album is always the artist's favorite album. And y'all, I be on Twitter and I see so many debates going on. Like, it be crazy. People be getting blocked. Like, it gets nasty and ugly. Like, crazy. I had to even give y'all a little ugly face. Like, oh, it gets that bad. And I was just like, yo, I got to talk about this topic. Because it seems like this is a real sensitive topic for some people. I was like, yeah, I gotta do something with this topic. And I didn't want to go with the generic album, so I didn't know. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna put this to the side, and whenever two albums come to me, I'll talk about it. So I was going home, and I was we had, me and my family, we had like a musical debate, and it was about the live at the Copa and the live at the Harlem Square Club. And my family feels like live at the Copa album is his best because it's our favorite. It's our favorite because my grandfather played it like crazy. Now I can agree, yes, it's our favorite, and I can agree to that. But I could also say maybe this might not be his best live album. Just opinions. And y'all, we were going back and forth like, how could you say that? Blah, blah, blah. It got real heated. And I said, y'all know what? I'm going to do a topic on these two live albums. And I'm going to talk to, my peoples, y'all. And we going to discuss, and we going to go through a couple of clips of each of the album. And then y'all can decide on yourself which this is best. Maybe, you might not have a favorite of the two, but you might see which one is best just from the clips that I'm giving y'all. So I'm going to let y'all decide, but then at the end, I'm going to give my opinion and how I feel about it. So hopefully you guys are ready to go back to 1963 to the Harlem Square Club and 1964 Copacabana. I got my little drink ready. I'm ready to get into this. I'm so excited to talk about these two albums because they're so very important to me, and I just love them. And we're going to hear Sam Cooke at his finest. So let's get this started. So starting with the Harlem Square Club, which I have the vinyl for y'all. I just got it maybe a week ago. I just got it. I'm so happy. This is actually not the original cover. The original cover is the cover that you see when you click on the video. Though that's the original cover, but this one they redid in 2005, and and I got it, and it's brand new, and I'm just so excited that I ended up getting this album. So. But anyway, let's talk about it. This live album was actually didn't almost see the light of day, actually, because this album, RCA decided to do another album, a live album in 1962 for Sam. And because in 1958, he did a live album at the Copacabana and he bombed. It was horrible. He sucked. So by that time they gave him more time to kind of get on the road and know that, you know, how to command a stage and how to own one with that mainstream world. So by 1962, because this was 1958, by 1962 they was like, we're ready to do another live album, let's do one. So they decided to pick the Miami Harlem Square Club, and he killed it. It was amazing, but the label never released it because they felt like it was too raw, it was too soulful, and they were trying to push Sam in that mainstream audience, and they didn't feel like the mainstream audience will connect to a live album that was so soulful. So then, you know, they just put it on the shelf. We never would have heard of it again. But in 1985, one of the RCA executives went downstairs in the archives and was pulling out stuff, and he pulled it out and he listened to it. He was like, whoa, this is amazing. Why was this never released? So he finally put the album out. And y'all, it's so crazy that an album that was never going to see the light of day is actually on Rolling Stone's top 20 live albums of all time. Celebrities, like older celebrities, talk about this album and everything, and it's crazy that it wasn't even going to see the light of day thanks to an executive. But I love that Rod Stewart talks about this album, and they actually put it on the back, and I'm going to read it for y'all. And he says, Live at the Harlem Square Club is one of my favorite live recordings of all time. It captured the true energy of this swaggering, passionate talent. It's such an intimate recording. You can hear the cracks in his voice, the madness of the crowd who are so with him, encouraging him, shouting for him in each song. A particular favorite is Twisting the Night Away. Sam Cooke will always be a tremendous influence on me, and who knows, if it wasn't for Sam Cooke, there might have not been a Rod Stewart. Now that's big for an album that came out in 85. It's crazy that this is a favorite of his. It's just crazy to me. Like, it's just crazy that so many unreleased albums, we don't even know the light of day, and they might be great. You know what I mean? It just goes to show things that we're missing. You know what I mean? So I had to give y'all a little background of it. So now I'm going to give y'all some samples and some clips from the album so y'all can kind of get the feeling of the album. And here we go. Crazy. Get the feeling of the album. And he opens the concert with a favorite of mine that I wanted to come in with the song, but I couldn't if I was going to talk about it. The song is called Feel It, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Hopefully I got a good part of it, and here we go. Come on. Fight the feeling, hey, don't fight the feeling. About to get, woo, he about to get the crowd. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Woo! He got the crowd going, y'all. Once he got the crowd with him. Once you got the crowd with you, and this is the first song, and you got the crowd with you, you in there. You in there. So I definitely had to give y'all a flavor on how he opened so y'all can understand what this really live album is all about. So now I'm going to give y'all my favorites from the album, and Sam goes in on this album. So this part, this next song I'm going to play is The Chain Gang, and you could just feel the soul, you can feel the gospel roots, you can just feel everything about this joint, and it was a big record for Sam, and there's not much more you can really say, but here is Chain Gang, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. That's the sound of the men working on a chain. The gang. That's the sound of the men working on a chain. Gang. That's how. Now that's like y'all hear it. Y'all hear them gospel roots when he did that little yell. Like you can't deny. He could not deny his gospel roots. It was just. It was there, and that song that just shows you. And that's going into the second song. Sam Cooke was playing no games. It was no games being played. He got you with Feel It, and he came in with the chain gang. Amazing. Now, y'all know I'm here for vocals. I'm here for vocals. And one thing about Sam that I love from both of these albums that he does medleys. He loves medleys. Because, I mean, you can do maybe a minute of the song, a minute of that song, a minute of that song. But with this medley that he did on the Harlem Square Club, he does It's Alright and Sentimental Reasons. And the way he does it is just so epic. It just, the transitions are so dope. So here is It's Alright. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Just listen to it. It's just so dope. But here we go. Just tell me it's alright. I don't care what they say about you, baby. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Yes. You better scream, Sam. Woo! It's alright. Woo! And look how he go into this. Come on, y'all. Like, you cannot tell me that was not epic. That was not epic. Like, the way he goes into that, it was epic. And then he gets the crowd with you. Like, I love how he just gets the crowd with him. But the transition of that was just dope. And I had to give y'all that. But here is when he really goes with the crowd, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I'm at the right part. For sentimental reasons. Y'all hear them yelling? Y'all hear them yelling? Like they going in. I think of you every morning. I dream of you every night. Like just them going in with him. Like Rod Stewart said, the crowd is with him. He's going in. You can hear the cracks in his voice. It's just so raw. It's just, everything is just so dope about it. So I just love that transition. So that's definitely a highlight on there for me. The next joint is a tradition, one of his signature songs. If you don't know this song, you're obviously not a big Sam Cooke fan, because this song is definitely one of his signature songs. And it's Twisting the Night Away. And I love how he do it. It's just dope. And here it goes. It goes a little something like this. Twisting the night away. Yeah, twisting the. Everybody's feeling great. It's twisting the night away. Woo! Do that twist, y'all. Woo! Hey! One more time, twisting the night away. Yes, y'all. This like, you know. And it's just crazy because I love how every time Sam knows that soul came out of him on a note that he did, he would just laugh. And he did that throughout this. And even though he's in front of the audience that really respects the gospel of him and everything like that, he still is like, I think that laugh is like, oh, I did it, y'all. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. You know what I mean? I just love his little laugh in there. But definitely, this is a highlight of it, because this was a signature song for him, so he just had to do it. The next song, I feel like anytime I talk about Sam Cooke and his live performances, this is number one for me. I remember when I did my top 5 singers, and I did each of their live performances, and it was on Instagram, and this performance right here is my favorite live performance from Sam Cooke from any male. Just my opinion. I'm so happy that RCA executives, heard this and released it, because we wouldn't have never heard it. You know what I mean? And it's just dope. It's Bring It On Home to Me, and it's just so epic. And just he gets you from the intro, just from the beginning of the song. Just he gets you, and it goes a little something like this. I'm gonna have to take y'all step on how he does it with this record, but here we go. Come on, he gonna give you another one. How can you give me another one, Sam? He gonna give you one more. Come on, one more. Yes. No. Then he gonna give you this. Listen. Woo! Come on. You cannot tell me you do not feel that. You cannot tell me you did not feel that. Like just the intro to the song. And mind you, he's not even doing You Send Me. He's doing Bring It On Home to Me. And he goes in like that. Like I have never. Like it's just crazy. Like just listen now. Leaving me behind. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love and bring it on home to me. Yeah. Woo. I'm going to sing with it. When I go. When you left. Woo. Hello. I only hurt myself. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love and bring it on home to me. Yeah. They give you jewelry and money too. Come on, Sam. What you talking to him? I don't care who you was with. Bring it to me. Bring that good love and bring it on home to me. That's so all over that live performance. It can't be denied. Like that performance is epic. I swear I wish I could play the whole thing so y'all could just hear it. But now that y'all know, just go on YouTube, listen to it. I'm telling y'all, you will not be disappointed. I love that performance and y'all can see why. And you just feel the gospel is all up and through him. He can't help it. You can't help what kind of artist you are and your roots, and his roots was gospel, and it's all up and through that song. I can talk about this song forever, but Bring It Home to Me is a favorite on this album for real. Now the way he ended it on a high, but the soul is there. Especially with all that singing that he did with Bring It On Home to Me and Somebody Had Mercy on Me, and all these ballads that he's singing, he's still singing, but giving you a fast song, a high, to go out on a high on. You know what I mean? So this is Having a Party, and it's just so dope. And this is how he ends the concert, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Then time dancing with my baby, having a party. Everybody swinging, dancing to the music on the radio. Woo! Having a party. Woo! Yeah! Come on, yo. You still hear that soul in there. Come on. We gonna sing it one more time. Having a party. Everybody swinging, dancing to the music Uh, on the radio, having a party, everybody swinging, dancing to the music. Woo! Come on, y'all. That's how you end a concert. You end it on a high. You got everybody singing with you. That's how you end it. And right then and there, epic, epic concert. And those are my highlights from the Harlem Square Club. So now, let's take it to New York, 1964, at the Copacabana. Now, let me give y'all a little bit of history on the Copacabana. Now, RCA back in 1958 was trying to break Sam into Keen. He was on Keen first. Keen / RCA, if I'm not mistaken. I guess the distribution was RCA, but he was on Keen. And Keen was trying to break him into the mainstream anyway. So they tried, he had You Send Me, he had Lovable, some other songs. And they threw him at the Copacabana. And he bombed. It was horrible. Like, he said on an interview that he did, he was so terrible. But the lady asked him, why you feel you was bad? He was like, because I wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the Copacabana. He's coming off the Chitlin circuit with the Soul Stirrers, and you throw him to mainstream where he don't even know how to, he didn't have the, how Motown did it with Berry Gordy, where he had them go through, media training and things like that. He didn't have that. He's a gospel singer, and that's all he knew how to do. You know what I mean? And he basically gave them a Harlem Square Club type performance at the Copacabana, and it was so bad, people walked out. It wasn't a good thing. And it's crazy because I'm surprised it didn't kill his career, because if you think about it, especially back then, dealing with a lot of racism and all that, you would think, they'll think, this brother is horrible and we don't want to care about him no more. Like now, let's even get a person that got a hot record or something, you put them at Madison Square Garden and they give you a horrible performance. You will get booed. It'll be all over social media and it would be crazy. But, obviously God had plans for Sam. So, as he said, he wasn't experienced, so he was able to get out there. He was able to do shows like the Dick Clark and with the American Bandstand and all those shows back then he was able to do, so he could kind of, get his performing aspects up in front of mainstream world. And that really hit him because he didn't want to fail, and he felt like he failed. You know what I'm saying? So first he did the Harlem Square Club in '63, and then, RCA was like, yo, you ready for the Copa? Now you got enough hits where you could do at the Copa. So he's like, this is another chance for me. I can really, really break into mainstream, because when you're at the Copa, you've done it. You're in there. And so 2 weeks before, they had him there. He practiced, and then he did a performance like maybe a block away from the Copa of his show that he was going to do at the Copa. He did it. It was terrible. People walked out. Mind you, this is 2 weeks before he's about to do the Copacabana. People walked out on him. It was like, it was about to be another disaster. But one of the music directors or one of the guys, the executives, was like, Sam, you need to just do you. Do your own songs. He was trying to do other people's songs because he didn't know how to make his song mainstreamable to a mainstream audience. He's thinking, okay, I'm going to choose songs from, these other, classical records. And the guy was like, you need to do Sam Cooke songs. They know you for being Sam Cooke, but you needed to present it to them in a way that they can understand and connect to it. So then he got his music director, Renee Hall, if I'm not mistaken, and he got him, and they did, and they put these songs together. They put his songs into the act and things like that, and he got to the Copa and he killed it. He killed it. He performed 2 nights. He performed on July the 7th and the 8th, and it was dope, and it was amazing, and he did his thing, and they put it out in October, and I'm so happy that they did. He felt like he conquered something, because he got booed at Copacabana. in 58, and he felt like he came there and he shut it down and he did his thing. So that was just a little background about it. Of course, now you know if I'm going to have the Live at the Harlem Club, I'm definitely going to have Live at the Copacabana. This is not the original cover. This is the vinyl that they brought out in 78, and it's just got a different cover. But the cover is the cover that you clicked on that you see in there, where it's white. I'm not white. It's black, and it's like yellow, and Sam has like just a white shirt on, and he's looking up, and it's just him at the Copa. But this is still the same, but it's just a different cover. That's it. That's all. But of course, I had to show you that. I had to show you. If I'm gonna show you the Harlem Square Club, I'm gonna show you Live at the Copa. Come on now. But you know, so let's get into it. Y'all got a little background about, you know, how things with Live at the Copa came to be. So let's get into it. He opens the show with a dope, smooth record. And you can hear it on your commercials now. On Walmart is using it. And he used this record. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Let's get ready to jam.
The best things in life, they're free. Stars belong to everyone. They glitter there for you and me.
Flowers is singing, robin is singing, sunbeam is shining, they're yours and they're mine, y'all. Love has come to everyone. The best things in life, they're free. All the good things, every one of the better things, the best things in life, they're free. Ba, ba. Ha! Woo! He got the crowd ready, smooth in the Sam Cooke life. He got the mainstream crowd ready. They playing, and you know he's connecting. So let's get into my highlights at Live at the Copa. The first one is a favorite of mine. It comes from his album My Kind of Blues that he released in 1962. It's a favorite of mine, definitely of his. Bobby Womack did it over again as well. But Bobby Womack is actually one of the band members in Live at the Copa. So that was dope. And him to do it over, it was dope. But now when I listen to my Kind of Blues album and Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out comes on, I sing it the Live at the Copa way rather than the studio version. It's crazy. But the way he did it, it was just so dope. So, of course, I'm going to play 2 parts on this joint. And here we go. It goes a little something like this. I hope y'all ready. Here we go. Because you know Sam Cooke was just smooth. But just play. Here we go. Come on. Here we go.
This I want to tell you all about it. I have no doubt that nobody wants you. No.
Nobody needs you. No. Nobody wants you when you're down and out. Woo. No, I gotta say it for me this time. No. Nobody wants you when you're down and out. Oh, God, I love that. And then I love how he ended it. Like, that's how you do it. How you end something. You in mainstream world. You getting them together. And this is how he ends it. And he ends it like this. Ha! Love it. So y'all getting the feeling. You see what I'm saying? It's very mainstream-ish. If you know what I'm saying. It's very, very mainstream. But it's all good. But it's just him being smooth and the band playing. It's just magical. You could tell something was happening. It was something special that was happening. You know what I mean? So definitely a favorite of mine. I just did an Instagram post of me singing about a minute of this song. Like, that's how much I love it. But the next highlight like I said, he loves doing medleys. That's just one thing he loves doing medleys. He does a medley on this live album of Try a Little Tenderness, You Send Me, and Sentimental Reasons. And y'all just listen to the transitions of how this goes. It's just an epic joint. So here we go. He starts with Try a Little Tenderness and goes a little something like this.
Oh, she may be weary. Women do get weary wearing the same shabby dress. And oh, if she gets weary,
Try a little tenderness. Woo! Tell you, all you fellas, that you won't regret it. So he just he's smooth with it, you know what I mean? And then I just love how he come into the next joint, and it's just so smooth, y'all. And here we go. Come on, Sam, do me right.
every now and then you have to tell her, honey, I love you. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you for them sentimental reasons.
Woo!
Tell her,
Woo! That joint just sounds so good. Just the little flute or whatever that is, it just sounds so good. And then Sam to just smooth on it. It just sounds so good. Like just love you, I love you, I love you, you on it. You were meant for me. Another one of his songs. See, he throwing it in there. Like he throwing it in there. That's why I think he love medleys. Like, and then he gonna go into his classic, just classic. Come on, talk to him, Sam. Talk to him.
also you have to tell her, darling, you sent me.
You send me. Woo! Tell her you. Oh, you send me. Honest you do. Honest you do. Honest you do. Like, come on, y'all. You cannot tell me y'all was not feeling them transitions from Try a Little Tenderness to Sentimental Reasons to You Send Me. Like, that was dope. And then he threw You Were Meant for Me, which is a song of his. Like, it's just dope how he did that. It was just, and then you see, as soon as You Send Me came on, the mainstream audience was just like clapping. Just the way they doing it was just dope. Just dope. So it definitely is a highlight. It just sounds so magical. Just magical. Next highlight is a sing-along that really makes you feel like you're at the Copacabana with Sam and you're in the audience and he's asking you to sing and you're going back and forth. And the song is If I Had a Hammer. Now, I think everybody that's been to the Copa has done this song. Marvin Gaye has done it. The Supremes have done it. I think the Four Tops have done it. So many people go to the Copacabana and they do If I Had a Hammer. And If I Had a Hammer is definitely a sing-along. It's a sing-along. It's, because as you could, no, I don't want to go there because I want to give in my opinion. But, this is a song that it's a song that just a good sing-along for, the audience of Copacabana. And here we go. Goes a little something like this. Ooh, hopefully y'all enjoying it. But I wanted to get to the right part so we can sing along. Here we go. I the hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Woo! There he go. Yeah. Woo! We gonna do a bell. We gonna do one more with him. We gonna do. Come on. I ring it in the evening, all over this land. I hang out danger, I can hammer out the morning. I ring and out love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Woo! So like you singing along and you feeling like you having your wine. I know for me, when my family, when this song comes on and Sam Cooke start asking us to sing along, you know, it would be classy if you have your wine and all that. But my family, we ain't that wine type. You know what I'm saying? We that beer and that liquor head. So we be having our beer in our hand and we be acting like we at the Copa because, hey, it is what it is. We ain't the wine to be cute. That's not, no, we don't do that. We the liquor and the beer. So when that comes on, we just be like, I bring out love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. That's just us. You know what I mean? So I can understand because a lot of people do talk about this when they talk about the live at the Copa. They talk about this as a highlight, and I can understand why. So, you know, that is If I Had a Hammer. The next one is a signature song. Like I said, he could not do a live performance and not do this song because it was a big record for him, and that's why it also became a signature record for him. And again, we going back to Twisting the Night Away. We going to twist it a little bit. Here we go. It goes a little something like this.
He's dancing with the chicken slacks. That chicks are moving up and back up. And man, there ain't nothing like that twisting the night away.
Twisting up. Everybody's feeling great. Twisting the night away. Come on, get a little twist in there, y'all. Woo! Y'all gotta be twisting with me. Baby, twisting the night away. Woo! Definitely, he had to do that song. If he didn't do that song, I'll be like, this is bugged out. And it's crazy because I could see that audience trying to do what Sam Cooke is doing, because by now, you know, he's really deep into the concert. So now you done had you a couple glasses of wine, or you done had you made some gin and or something like that. So you feeling this. So Sam Cooke is probably walking around and he's like, come on, y'all do it with me. And they probably so offbeat and everything. My grand, you know what I'll be thinking about? I'm thinking about, yo, could you imagine if they was able to record that concert and how they would be looking? It probably was hilarious. I wish they would have, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It was what it was, but he could not do this song because it would be kind of weird because this is a signature song and mainstream love it as well. So, Twisting the Night Away, another highlight. Now, the last kind of highlight was when he did Bob Dylan's Blowing in the Wind, and which Blowing in the Wind inspired A Change Gonna Come. And it's just, you know, Bob Dylan was always for the cause when it was down with racism. So when he wrote this song, you know, Sam Cooke thought that a black person should have wrote this song because this is what we were feeling, you know what I mean? And Bob Dylan wrote the song and Sam Cooke, you know, redid it, and then he also did it on live at the Copa, and the way he did it was beautiful. And here's a sample of it, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Back up. There you go. No, not there. There we go.
What I want to know is how many deaths will it take till he knows? Too many people have died.
Oh, the answer, my friend, blowing in the wind. The answer somewhere in the wind. Woo! Woo! Y'all just hear that? Y'all hear that band? That band is playing, and Sam is speaking to the audience about racism because Bob Dylan wrote this song about racism. You know what I mean? So it's crazy that Sam Cooke is in front of a mainstream audience that a lot of them probably were racist, but they listening to this song and it's like Bob Dylan was talking about racism and he's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, pretending that he doesn't see. He's like, y'all sitting here pretending like y'all don't see it, but it's there. You know what I mean? So it just, music just speaks, and I just love how he threw this in there to talk about the current issues, and that's definitely for sure a highlight for me. And if y'all get a chance, please go and just listen to that song and just hear what Bob Dylan is talking about. Definitely deep record. Now he kind of my last like clip is him ending the concert, and he ends the concert with a Patti Page classic, Tennessee Waltz, and I like how he ends it so great. Play two parts of it definitely, so y'all can just we can do a couple of sing-alongs, but here we go. No, back up. Yeah, y'all, I'm my own DJ. It's all good, but here we go.
I lost my baby. That night, they kept on playing that beautiful sinner. She was.
Woo! This ain't for me this time. I remember, woo, that night. Oh, I can sing it, but again, that. But I love how he ends it, and he ends it with a good long note. And here we go. Come on, Sam. End us at the Copa.
That marvelous, that glorious, that cotton picking sinner. She was.
Bum, 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 Woo! That's how you end it. That's how you end a concert. He ended. That's something that mainstream can connect to. They connected to the whole concert. And those were the highlights for the Live at the Copa album. So now, both albums are great. But let's get into my opinions about what's my favorite versus the best. And we're going to put on what we going to start with. You know, we just going to play, you know, this in the background and just have it rocking. No, I can start with this. Yeah, we can go back there. We can go back there. Okay. So, let's talk about it. Now, Sam Cooke's Live at the Copa album is my second favorite album of all time in my top 5. The album is my childhood. My grandfather played it over and over again. Like I said, any part of that album you can play. Me, my uncle, my mom, my grandma, any of us, you play that album, we know it. It's just part of our lives. We just have such a connection to it. So if you ask me what's my favorite Sam Cooke anything, I would say Live at the Copa. I would say that. But if you ask me what is the best, I would have to say Live at the Square, the Harlem Square Club. And I know people was like, whoa, this is crazy. But this is just my opinion, because as I gave y'all the background, you can see why. Because I feel like we know Sam Cooke is a gospel soul. That's where he comes from. He comes from the gospel background. So when you listen to the Harlem Square nightclub, it's like organic for him. Just give him a mic and let him get on stage and let him just let everything out, raw, whatever. He's able to do him. You know, there's nothing he had to practice for. It just came organic. You know what I mean? Like songs like It's All Right and Twisting the Night Away and Feeling and Cupid and those type of things. It was just organic to him. He was just able just to say, bring it on home to me. He's just singing from the gut, from the soul. It was nothing that he had to practice for. So when you listen to that whole album, like Rod Stewart said, you feel the cracks in his voice. You feel the crowd with him. You just feel everything. It feels like a great, great concert. And that's why I say it had to be the best, because it's organic. I mean, of course they practice, but it came natural to him. You know, it was natural to him. So when we get to Live at the Copa, in my opinion, I feel like, yes, that's showing his artistry, but I feel like with that, it's not like a concert. We want a live album where you feel like you're there. It's a couple of parts where you do feel like you're there with Sam, which is, you know, If I Had a Hammer, Twisting the Night Away, those songs. But to me, it's like Sam Cooke had to really, really prepare for this. It's like he had to, you know, really practice and really do this. And it just was completely different. You know what I mean? It's like how I say how the Michael and Off the Wall and Thriller thing. I feel like Off the Wall is the best because it was like organic. They didn't have anything to lose. You know what I mean? You had nothing, Quincy and Michael had nothing to lose. When you got to Thriller, he had something to prove because he didn't feel respected from mainstream from Off the Wall, even though he had so many hits off of it. And that's what I feel like with Live at the Harlem Square Club. It was nothing to lose. You were in front of an audience that kind of knew you. You didn't have to worry about it. You could be as raw, voice crack. It really didn't matter. Gospel, everything. But when it came to Live at the Copa, it was like it's something you had a point to prove because you failed in 58. But now it's like, okay, I'm in front of an audience. I gotta do this. If I don't do it and I bomb, my career's done. So it's a lot that came into it. You know what I mean? And for me, I feel like even if you ask Sam, what was your favorite 2 live albums? I think he would definitely say the Harlem Square Club, because it was me. It was, you hear my gospel, you hear that, you hear the runs, you hear all that. Like when you go back and you listen to Live at the Copa and you listen to that, y'all, you're gonna hear some time where he's really getting soulful and he laughs because he know he has to pull back. You know what I mean? Because he can't be too soulful because his audience is not gonna connect with it. He gotta kind of be simple. You know what I mean? But with Live at the Harlem Square Club, he's really just, there's no holds barred. He can be smooth. He can, still be subtle, but then he can bring it and be raw and be soulful. With Live at the Copa, he couldn't do that. He had to be straight, it just had to be in the middle. And then when you got too soulful, it was like, It was like they didn't understand it. And I'm telling y'all, when y'all listen to it, y'all gonna hear Sam when he hits those notes, he laughs. And right then and there, that kind of shows you right then and there. That's why I said if you ask Sam Cooke if he was alive today and be like, yo, Sam, which live album do you like? I think he would say I love both, because Live at the Copa shows my artistry, because it was more about the instruments being played and the music and the transitions and everything like that. But with Live at the Square Club, I'm giving you all of me, everything, sweating, coming down the hair, all that. Sam Cooke might have been sweating but he left the jacket on. He was still precise. Everything was good. But at the Harlem Club, he was able to just be free of who Sam Cooke is. And that's why I feel like, yes, Live at the Copa is my favorite. But I feel like Live at the Harlem Square Club is the best. So I hope y'all understand where I was coming from with it. I'm about 47 minutes in. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. I hope y'all really, really enjoyed it. But that's my take on everything. I just feel like Harlem Square Club is the best. But still, Live at the Copa will remain my second favorite album of all time. So since I'm talking about Sam and my grandfather loved Sam to death, I feel like why don't I end on this song? And it goes a little something like this. But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. I'm out, y'all. Peace.